Hello and welcome to an unplanned stream of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. Hey Crooked, welcome back. I am the blade in the shadows. I shall walk in the darkness and strike swiftly. I love how she says that. So I finished my first phase of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Coming up on Saturday, I'm going to be starting what I'm going to call my unique playthrough of Black Flag. It's still part of celebrating the game's 10th anniversary, but due to the nature of the playthrough, I had to call it something different. But I won't reveal why until we actually get to it. But next Saturday, or this Saturday, whenever you're watching it, or last Saturday, if you're watching this in the future, will be Assassin's Creed Black Flag from the start of the game again, doing a unique playthrough. So here we are with Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. This is one of those games where it's short, so that's one of the reasons why I chose it. The other reason I chose it is because I deleted some of the Assassin's Creed games on PlayStation that I downloaded to make more room for other Assassin's Creed games, and I forgot that I'd done that. So when I finished the previous stream, I was looking at what Assassin's Creed games I had installed, and it was like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do a stream of these games because I wanted to do something that could be done quickly. My original thought was to do the Dead Kings DLC for Assassin's Creed Unity, because that's pretty short as well. But I didn't have that installed, or reinstalled, I should say. So, Assassin's Creed Chronicles China it is, which was only about 3 gigabytes, and I knew that I could get that downloaded in a short amount of time because I didn't want to have a big gap between ending that Black Flag stream and starting this one. So here we go. Yeah, Kruger, it's just one of those things. I was just like, oh shit. But it's a good game though. Like it's not. Thankfully, it's not one of those situations where it's like, oh, I may as well play this because there's nothing else. It was just like, what's the quickest one to download, and one that's can do. And it was like Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. Hey there, Afro. That Aussie internet man, certified moment. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, it took about 10 minutes to download a 3 gigabyte file. And you can imagine 40 gigabytes can take, like an hour sometimes. So I'm not going to do anything special for this playthrough. I'm just going to play through the game from start to finish. Before I do, though, I just want to have a look at some of the extras. See what I unlocked. That we got Ezio's attire as well. Got those, and yeah, I don't think there's any outfit. Maybe there is some outfits to unlock by doing certain things. But anyway, we'll start a new game, and we'll go continue. Play on normal. China, 1526. It has been 2 years since Zhang Yong, the leader of a corrupt group of eunuchs known as the Tigers, wiped out the Chinese Brotherhood of Assassins. These Tigers are Templars and secretly run China from the shadows, using the Emperor as nothing but a puppet. Xiao Jun, one of the few survivors, has returned under the orders of Wang Yangming, the new leader of assassins. Together they plan to hunt down the Tigers and free China from its Templar control. They return to their old home, the Maijashan Grottos. Once an assassin stronghold, now it is a Templar prison, run by Gao Feng. To get close to their target, Xiao Jun allows herself to be captured. She carries a precursor artifact given to her by Ezio Auditore, knowing that the Templars will want answers about the artifact and ensuring her imprisonment. In Assassin's Creed Embers, the short animated movie, we actually see that meeting between Xiao Jun and Ezio, and he gives her the precursor box at the end of that movie.
The box is empty, or should I say, incomplete. Where is the rest of it? We know who you are. We know who you were. You've come far for someone who was merely once a concubine. I will ask you again, assassin. What is this box? Where did it come from, and what is its purpose? Why continue to resist us? Look around you. No one is coming. We wiped out your order. There is no escape from here.
Why would I want to escape? I am exactly where I want to be.
Such arrogance! Ma Yongcheng will make you talk.
Let him try.
No wonder your kind fell so far.
My kind isn't done yet.
Hey there, Anasune. You never actually gotten around to playing Origins Chronicles? Oh yeah? Yeah, if you ever do, I definitely recommend playing them in the order that they take place in, which is China, India, and then Russia. Because by the time you get to the Russia game, there is kind of like a bit of expectation that you may have played the previous two. Not necessarily in the sense of the story, although it does help, but more in the sense that the Russia game is probably by default more difficult. There's a lot more situations in that game where there's a lot of timed situations where if you don't get a certain thing done before this character gets to this spot or this truck gets to this spot or whatnot, it can be very difficult. Plus, there's a lot of very unfair jumps in Russia as well. But you can play them in any order, but I'd probably recommend the order in which they all follow on from each other.
Time to get out of this cage.
The last time I played this game, which was in my annual playthroughs this year, I had a challenge on top, but definitely not going to add a challenge on top for this playthrough.
Huh?
It's good to replay these games that I've already played in my annual playthroughs, all with challenges on top, and just play them without challenges, because then I can just not have to worry. It's definitely a good feeling. Plus it keeps the playthrough fresh for me as well. Anasune, looking to start Ezio Trilogy again, and since AC2 is so easy without difficulty settings, you're trying to think of challenges. Well, the no swimming challenge I found to be quite... There's like a fun element to it, but it also makes you think twice about where you're actually moving. Actually, I was thinking, when I was playing Black Flag recently, I thought, maybe I should do a challenge playthrough with Black Flag where if I go swimming in the water, it's a failure. But obviously there'll be some parts where it's impossible not to swim in the water, like at the start when you're on the Treasure Fleet ship and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do it for this playthrough, but I could probably see myself doing a playthrough of this game where if I died, I had to restart the whole game from the start. Not obviously, desyncing can happen when you die, but also when you fail something. I wouldn't count when I failed something. I would only count if I actually died, like in combat or fell to my death, etc. But I could probably see myself being able to withstand the frustration of restarting from the start all over again. this is the great thing about leaving random playthroughs of these games till the last half of the year, because I've already done my annual playthroughs. It means I've got more time to spend on the other games afterwards, doing random ones, different orders, different goals,
怎么回事？
different challenges, all that kind of stuff.
Good to have you back, my friend.
Rope dart. Love this. I always like to point this out when I play this game, but Xiao Jun is a character that needs a AAA game that's actually canon, not this bullshit that they've done with her character in years since this game, where it's like books and comics, but it's non-canon. It's like, come on. I think this character deserves a lot more. So, if anyone is watching this now or in the future, and you're a big fan of Xiao Jun, then definitely try in any way you can to basically,
滚，来帮忙！对付你太轻
I
松
guess,
了。
advertise this game or the character. Because it seems when Ubisoft is like, let's do an Assassin's Creed game set in China. And go, let's just make a completely new character that... And then Xiao Jun's like, hello, I'm here. And then they're like, oh no, you're only good enough for non-canon stories. It's like, bullshit. I mean, we're talking about a character who becomes a fucking mentor to the entire Brotherhood. You know what I mean? So I think a character who, reaches that rank of an assassin, i.e. basically the master of the assassins in China, then I think they deserve their own AAA game. It's funny the way that Xiao Jun does the crisscross leg thing in Mortal Kombat. Pardon me, sorry. In Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, when Sub-Zero walks, that's how he does it, with the legs crossing over each other. I'm looking forward to replaying that game again, not because it's an amazing game. It's probably one of the worst Mortal Kombat games, but there's a certain charm to it and nostalgia that I also have for it, which overrides any kind of desire to never play it ever again. The last time was a few years back
Could help me here.
when I actually streamed it. That was fun. It's funny, the deaths that happen, and when Sub-Zero falls to his death, you see a little cutscene where he goes, "Aah!" as he falls down.
My revenge can begin now.
It's stupid though, because to turn Sub-Zero the other direction, you have to press a button.
Your sword skills. Prepare to defend yourself.
Prepare to defend yourself. A blocker. A blocker now.
Remember to look for signs your opponent is about to strike.
A good job, Sajun. You did well.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. Do it again.
This time when you block, perform a rollover.
Perform a rollover. Roll over, Red Rover. Very good, Shao.
Perfect. This tactic is also good to escape from combat.
To escape from combat, press the button
Attack
to
is
do
ready.
it.
Show me how you strike with your sword.
Show me how you strike with your sword.
Good. Standard attacks are quick, but they deal little damage. Strike the enemy harder than that.
You can do it.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll stop with my terrible Italian accent now.
See? The enemy is now weakened. Finish him. Good. Keep going.
Julie!
No, her name's Xiao Jun, not Julie.
Well done, Xiao Jun. Your training is complete for now.
我跟你说了，我根本不知道什么刺客。
For this playthrough, not doing the optional objectives.
Your men did not capture me, Galfin. I allowed myself to be caught. I was exactly where I wanted to be. Close enough to kill you. Where is the box you took from me?
Far from your reach by now, assassin.
One of your tiger brothers must have it. No matter. I will find which one and retrieve it from his still warm corpse.
Do you even know what the box is?
I know it belongs to the Brotherhood.
How naive. Thinking you can retrieve the box. Thinking that killing me will achieve anything.
Killing just one of you will not give me the vengeance I seek. You are the first of the tigers to fall, but you will not be the last.
Anasune, no swimming. The one you said sounds good. You've tried no upgrades, but it was still relatively easy. So maybe you'd do a combination of some sort, like no upgrades, fists only, or no tool, stealth, no swimming, things like that. Yeah, that's definitely understandable because doing like a no upgrade thing, the only inconvenience is the fact that you have less health, really, like when you think about it. And you don't do as much damage in fighting, but it's not like it completely blocks you from progressing through the story or anything like that. So having a combination of things is good. There was actually a playthrough that I did for one of my annual playthroughs where I actually did multiple different rules as part of that playthrough for Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know if I kept the information on it though. Here we go, yeah. So for 2021, when I did my annual playthrough, I did a multiple challenge. So the first rule was main and assassination targets could only kill them with their hidden blade. 2, tailing missions by rooftops. So if I had to tail a character, I had to be on the rooftops. If I fell to the ground, I had to basically restart the memory. And the only way I think in that game to do that is to desynchronize. 3, courier stealth. So I was also doing the courier missions, and I did it where I had to be stealthy while doing it. No damage in beat-ups. Flawless races, so that meant not bumping into anyone or anything. And on the tombs, there was a time limit that I put. Dear friends, I know many of you are annoyed by my animal-related puns and jokes, but please bear with me. Thanks for redeeming that, dude. How's things going, Mr. Gote? Hope it's going well. Mr. Gote, Rod plays Assassin's Creed but doesn't use assassins. Doesn't use assassins? Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, you could do a playthrough of Brotherhood where you can only use your assassin recruits. That'd be interesting to do something like that.
This was once a safe place for us assassins. Sangyong's tigers saw to the end of that. Their forces surprised and overwhelmed us, all but wiping out the Brotherhood. Gao Feng's death will send a message to the Templars. The assassins have returned. Time to become more familiar with my surroundings.
Mr. Gote, you great? Been playing games with friends and chilling out today? Excellent, dude. That's great. Sounds like a great time. What games were you playing? Mr. Gote, Hunt Showdown. You like to play games with people, so you do mainly PvP games. Hunt Showdown. That sounds familiar, but I don't recall what era it might have been from. Like, is that like? Because I think there was a game called that for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, maybe.
What?
So it's set in Louisiana in 1895, and it's a PS4 and Xbox One and PC. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was the generation before that, but maybe there's a game that has a similar kind of title. And in 10 days it's being moved over to CryEngine 5, and you're getting storms and rains and an alligator roaming boss. Oh really? An alligator roaming boss. Hey, Lizzie, welcome. How's things been going?
Got it.
Mr. Gote, it's pretty much a PvP and PvE game, is it? Cool.
这里面有异状，
Do they update it regularly and stuff?
什么？
Got it.
没什么。报上名来。没错，山远一点。
Lizzie, good. How was Black Flag? Oh, that's great, Lizzie. That's good to hear. And it was good. Phase 1 is finished for the 10th anniversary.
Let's test your reflexes. Still sharp, I see. Try again. Good work. Close for the kill. Excellent, Shao. Your training is almost done.
So phase 1 is finished. On Saturday, I'll be doing what I'm calling a unique playthrough. And then phase 2 of that 10th anniversary celebration will happen at some point as well. I want to do multiple different phases, doing different things. So I finished that up with Freedom Cry. I'm incorporating that into a lot of those playthroughs as well. Because I still wanted to stream something, and I wanted to keep it, of course, Assassin's Creed related, I figured I'll stream something else. Originally I was going to stream the Dead Kings DLC, because that's something I could do in one stream. But I forgot that I uninstalled Assassin's Creed Unity to make room for other Assassin's Creed games for my PlayStation. So it was going to take too long to download Unity to play that DLC, so I downloaded this again instead and figured I'd play this because I can do this in one stream as well. Mr. Gote, yeah, here and there a lot of the guns in the game are based on real guns to back in the era like Nitro Express, Cardwell, etc. That's cool. Because, I mean, the desire to just come up with kind of like fictionalized versions is understandable, but to actually have weapons that were actually of that period is cool. And so, one thing you did once in AC2 is if you were wearing the first armor set, you could climb and sprint, going as fast as Ezio can. With the last armor, before Altair's armor, you couldn't climb at all, but could still run. And with the armors in between, you could climb, but only in low profile, but couldn't sprint. Damn, that would have been interesting to try and keep track of that and remember as well, because anything can happen in the heat of the moment when you're playing a game, and to be that exacting and that specific in different situations, I imagine sometimes there would have been moments where you accidentally might have instinctually done something. And that's how I feel with certain challenges in these games, is I'll have a lapse in concentration and fall back on habit and do something that in the current challenge playthrough I might be doing isn't something I can do, but otherwise it is, and just fall back to that.
"怎么回事啊？这里！
I forgot the game doesn't let you do certain things until the game tells you can do them. And I forgot that I haven't reached the point in the story yet where I can actually do a slide and kill. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Gote. It's like, you're not allowed to do that yet. We haven't pointed that out to you yet, even though you've played this game so many times before. Anasune, you think you were just trying to make it so there were flaws to heavier armor, instead of them just being objectively better? Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense to want to add those kind of requirements to get that effect. Mr. Gote's sliding doesn't exist until you watch a 25-minute cutscene. Could you imagine if that actually was the case in this game? Thankfully it's not, but still. If it was a thing, that'd be ridiculous.
Got it. This is where we used to keep the assassin scrolls. I should try to retrieve as many as I can while I have the chance.
Hey, 你 嘿你
Mr. Gote, it was an AC2 when you had to get double jump on the walls with that grip ability. Each time you replayed the game, you got so angry you had to wait for it. Yeah, being able to do the climb leap.
怎么回事啊？是谁？入侵者，来帮忙！啪！啪！在这里，怎么回事？这边。
Got it.
滚！有入侵者！这边！
是谁？是谁？报上名来。
Hiya, precision, Gary.
Garfield is dead, Sifu.
As is Ma Yongqing.
The butcher. Good. Our plan worked. Who's next?
Patience, sister. We must move carefully. Zhang Yong and his tigers control the Empire now.
He is down 2 tigers after tonight. Gao Feng did not have the box. I did not retrieve it in time.
Worry not, young one. We knew that was a risk. To allow yourself to be captured without the box would have meant certain death. We will get it back. Maybe the Templars will even lead us to the missing piece.
Perhaps. But now I'm afraid we have just given our enemies a dangerous weapon.
Take some rest, little sister. Together, we will free our land from the Templars and their pawns. Zhang Yong and his tigers. We will rebuild our brotherhood.
My precious son, Gareth. Got him. Got him. Got him. Thanks for redeeming that, Anakin.
Macau. By day, a bustling port. By night, a hub for the Templars to trade those who oppose them into slavery. I have located the box, Xiaojun. It's in the possession of Yu Deyong, another of Zhang Yong's tigers, the one they call the Slaver.
So he is responsible for this cruelty. I shall pay him a visit.
Tread lightly, sister. The Templars are searching all ships and cargo. They are looking for us now. I know you can kill these lesser men with ease, but I would suggest you remain invisible. A ghost, until you find your target.
Anasune, maybe you could do a no upgrade, no counter run for AC2. But thing is, using block instead of counter can actually make certain enemies easier, like brutes for example, could be insta-killed. Yeah, that's a fair thing too as well, to consider. But yeah, doing a no upgrade and no counter run could be interesting.
What?
随时保持警戒。
而你们也要信守承诺，好好保护我的安全。
我会罩你，你也别忘了罩我。随时保持警戒。
而你们也要信守承诺，好好保护我的安全。
为什么我们要搜查所有船只？
在高凤跟马永成死后，于大用要我们更加谨慎小心。
刺客组织真的回来了吗？
That's okay, Anasune. That's no trouble at all. I hope that you have a great rest. Thank you so much for being here and for chatting.
Ah, 我会罩你，你也别忘了罩我。
一直都这么平静。
哎，你！
别再靠近了。
So the use of the rope dart in this game, they made it so that when you're actually hanging off of something, you could actually use it. And that's something that I wish later games would actually do with the rope dart.
Some enemies will unleash a volley of strikes in a single attack. Good. You've got it. Now let's deal with enemies that block your attacks. Use a standard attack against the enemy with a shield. Try again. Enemies with shields will repel standard attacks. Use a heavy attack to degrade the enemy's defenses. Good. Keep going and destroy his shield. Good. Keep going. Excellent. Now finish the job and kill him. Remember, you can also roll over an enemy to bypass his defenses.
你听说了吗？八虎宦官已经有2个人死了。是啊，我听说是在搜捕回来了。啊？滚！
你。
注意，
这里。
当然是刺客，要是他们回来了，难道不会攻击这座要塞吗？要是他们回来了，那可真是有够蠢的。
Got it.
Hello there, Iosif. Hope it's going good.
是谁？有敌人！这边来帮忙！来！哈！
哎，你有刺客！
站住！有刺客！这里！报上名来！在那里！报上名来！
他们跑哪去了？不要再靠近了。
怎么回事？入侵者
来帮忙！在这里！入侵者！
A little distraction could help me here.
有敌人！就是那座桥吗？
fade into shadows. My prey is you, Day Young. I shall walk into darkness and strike swiftly. No one will stop me in my hunt.
I do, Iosif, yeah. I like the Chronicles games.
在船上被杀的吗？
是啊，避开那些太过关切的人。
Whenever I do my annual playthroughs, I also include them as well.
是谁？
别再靠近了。
发现什么了吗？
什么都没有。你呢？
I need to get
发现
his
什么了吗？
attention elsewhere.
什么都没有。你呢？
没有，什么都没有发现。
Oh, nice, Iosif. Yeah. For me, the first two in the trilogy are the best. The third one, Russia, I like it, but it's definitely more... It's got more frustrating parts in it.
在船上被杀的吗？
随时保持警戒，而你们也要信守承诺，好好保护我的安全。
我会罩你，你也别忘了罩我。
发现什么了吗？
随时保持警戒，什么都没有。而你们也要信守承诺，好好保护我的安全。
我会罩你。
发现什么了吗？
Oh, really, Iosif? Yeah. I mean, it'd be understandable to be frustrating if you don't get the results that you're
I need
after,
to get
but
his attention elsewhere.
hopefully you'll be able to.
有入侵者！
站住！
闪远点。
看好这些奴隶，我们可不希望他们带来任何麻烦。
尤其是刺客回来了，更要小心。
但只是希望。
用派出加倍的人马巡逻了。你知道发生什么事了吗？
我听说刺客组织回来了。
对呀，我也听到传言了，但很难相信那是真的。我们早就歼灭他们了。别听信传言。
我听说秋菊现在在要塞这里，他来视察古大用的任务进度。
现在，
是啊，没什么动静，希望能一直都这么平静。
现在我们拥有的奴隶比卖出去的还多，我相信他会很高兴的。我想他在这里真正目的应该是为了刺客组织。是啊，别听信传言。
我听说秋菊现在在要塞这里，他来视察古大用的任务进度。
Oh, did you, Iosif? Yeah, I haven't really watched much anime in my life, so I don't know about that one.
If I could distract him somehow.
I love the hidden foot blade that Xiaojun uses.
This belongs to me.
Zhang Yong will come for the box. He will avenge our deaths.
I am counting on it.
Oh, so if you watch Dragon Ball, only the main seasons, Studio Ghibli's movies, Cowboy Bebop, there are a lot of good ones. Yeah. And that's the thing too, like it's a genre that's been around for a long time too as well. So I'm sure there's a lot of classics. Thanks for the GGs, Iosif. Lizzie, that reminds you, I have a bunch of new manga you need to read that you picked up recently because they were only $5. That's actually pretty good. Anakin Xiaojun kills a Templar with a foot blade. Templar who has a foot fetish. Dies. Yeah.
As you slide past an enemy, use your sword to deliver a killing blow.
Now the game lets us do this.
Good. Keep going. Yes, that's it. Excellent, Shao. Your training is almost done. Leap through the air and plunge your sword deep into your enemy. Try again. Excellent work. Keep it up. Still sharp, I see. Try again. Well done, Xiaojun. Your training is complete for now.
His body is still warm. The assassin cannot be far.
Shall we search the docks, Master Chuju?
The assassins claim they protect the innocents. Let us show them that their actions have consequences. Arrest everyone! Burn all the ships to ashes and find me the assassin!
Hey there, Doug. Hope it's going good. You need to go for this platinum. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think... Although I think I did, actually. I think I got all the achievements for it. But that was a long time ago, and that was the Xbox version, of course. Iosif, big respect, bro. You're like a big brother for you. You're the last son. Oh, really, Iosif? Well, thank you so much for the kind words. So you're the last son out of a line of sons?
The Templars are going to burn this place to the ground. I need to get out of here. Fast.
Oh, so if you're asking me what my real name is, yeah, so Rod is. That part of my channel name is actually my own name. The channel name used to be Rod Zombie Gamer, but I wanted to keep my name because people knew the channel by that name. So I wanted to at least have something that if people missed the update or the name change, that they might still be able to figure it out, or at least be curious enough to check and go, ah, that's who it is. Ah, damn it. Went a bit too far. No, it's not Anakin. It's not Legion. But that would be an interesting last name, actually. Joseph, yeah, the youngest. Basically, you have two brothers who are married and one sister. Your sister's son is so annoying when he is here in your house. He comes to you while you're studying and says your maternal uncle, open, let us go outside, of course, by Arabic. Oh, really? Yeah, when you're trying to do something. Yeah, that would definitely be annoying, especially if you need to have something, you need to be doing something that requires concentration.
What happened in Macau was not your fault, little sister. This tiger, Chu Zhu, burned the port. He's known for his cruel deeds. We call him the Demon.
I know, Sifu, but we caused this madness. My desire for revenge did.
I already warned you about those feelings, Xiao Jun. I know your quest for vengeance fits with the goals of the Brotherhood, but you cannot put your heart into such endeavors.
Master Ezio told me the same thing.
A wise man, to be sure. Unlike our next target, Wei Bin.
The snake. The one who led the slaughter of our Brotherhood. Zhang Yong's right-hand man.
Yes. So, Wei Bin should lead us to him. But the danger is greater than ever. They know what we can do now, and they want this box and the secrets it may hold. You will travel to Wei Bin alone. I know of someone here in Na'an who may be able to help us use the box.
Very well, Sifu. I will find you once Wei Bin is dead, and I have Zhang Yong's location.
Anakin, your real life name is Legion. You don't know if you mentioned it before. Anakin, no, you have never actually mentioned that before.
Wei Bin saw to the death of many of my brothers and sisters. I should light a candle at the altars throughout the city in respect of those who did not make it.
And again, a good one, slams the giant approved stamp. Iosif, yeah, he eats so much, oh my god, lol. Once you gave him food to give it to your sister, then when he was giving her that food, so directly brought back his hand to his mouth and he was staring. Oh no.
没有，什么都没有发现。发现什么了吗？什么都没有。你呢？没有，什么都没有发现。发现什么了吗？什么都没有。
Can repel a blocked attacker with a counteraction. Excellent work. Keep it up. Impressive, Shao. You have a good grasp of this combat technique. Now finish your foe. Exemplary work. Here ends my lesson.
Got it.
现在他要我们在城里巡逻，也要守住他的要塞。
Oh yeah, Iosif. So Crocodiles is a friend of mine. He actually streams too, and he's also a big fan of Assassin's Creed. He's doing a playthrough at the moment of Watch Dogs 2, as well as Hitman from 2016. Oh yeah, Iosif, absolutely. I love horror games. The most recent one that I played was Resident Evil 4 Remake, when that came out. In October, I do a dedicated month towards doing a lot of horror stuff. But outside of that, I still do some horror games here and there. Sort of like the first few months of the year, I did a playthrough of Alien Isolation, which is one of my favorite games.
What? 谁？这边什么？有敌人！
Donkey Kong strikes again. Or the guy, whoever they are, who throws barrels in Street Fighter in one of the bonus games.
I am the blade in the shadows. My prey is Weibin. I shall walk in the darkness and strike swiftly. No one will stop me in my hunt. Then I will kill your master. If I could distract him
报上名
somehow.
来！有入侵者！ 看到入侵者吗？有看到入侵者吗？保持警戒！保持警戒！
Yeah, Lizzie, all those random blood stains that you see.
Make sure no one disturbs the tranquility of this place.
Waylon has his own personal escort of guards. I should eliminate them. Might make getting to him easier.
Whoa! 怎么回事啊？抓住他！
Waylon has his own personal escort of guards. I should eliminate them. Might make getting to him easier.
注意！来帮忙！在这里，在这里。最好滚远点。啊！
待在这个安全的地方，我可不想孤立无援的守在外面。
是谁？
他们跑哪去了？
That's okay, Iosif. No problem at all. Thank you for being here. I hope that things go well. I'll be finishing this game in this stream, and the way I'm playing it, it won't take long to get through it.
Remain ever vigilant. Neglect your duties at your peril.
保持警戒，我们得保持戒备才行。这里。
我同意。我们不能让任何人。
是谁？
Lay down your lives to stop any intruders. Prove your loyalty to me.
I should have killed those guards when I had the chance.
It's alright, Xiao. You'll be able to do it.
Where is Zhang Yong?
Closer than you would care to imagine.
He is here. In Naian.
You think you're so smart that you could play us? We know about Wang Yangming. As you hunted me, Zhang Yong hunts him. Soon, you will truly be the last of your kind.
It's so funny. There's so many games in the series where the Templars are like, "You assassins, you're all finished." And it's like, specifically, you Templars are just in one part of the world. Like, assassins actually exist in every single fucking part of the world. So unless you know for a fact that the only group of assassins left in existence are actually in your own location around the world, it's always the height of hubris for the Templars to be like, "Your kind is defeated. There's no more left of you." And they fail to mention it should be, "There's no more left of you in this country."
If Zhang Yong is here in Na'an, then I must find him before he finds Wang Yangming.
你有看到入侵者吗？
喂，你
什么？大概是风太大了。
你
滚！这里，在这里。
是谁？ 站住，在那里！抓住他！
Not saying I'd ever actually officially do anything like that, but if there was ever an Assassin's Creed game that I wouldn't mind doing a speed run for, it'd probably be this one, I think.
The bridge is heavily guarded. If I could cause a large distraction somehow.
Not that I would do a speed run for competition's sake, just if I was ever to do one just for, you know, like a challenge.
These explosives should do the trick. I need to be quick with the explosion.
是，今天会再次成为报上名来。
滚！
站住！
有刺客！
这边。
抽警钟！这边，在这里。 像是我们找到你。注意，快叫援军！这边。
Got it.
Ah, shit, I forgot to take that message off.
Here she is. Finally. Sea girl, I have your precious box. Kill her.
It really is, Harbinger. Yeah. Because I did a playthrough for my annual earlier this year where I had to be very specific, it means that I'm able to just let loose in this playthrough without any challenge rules on top. You were eating and you couldn't type. That's fair enough. I know that feeling. I hate to when you really want to respond to something or type something in chat and you want to type it when it's relevant, but you're eating and so you don't get the ability to.
Got it.
看你啊，怎么回事？
got it.
Rest in peace, Sifu.
Sifu, I'm sorry. I was too slow. I should have reached you sooner. I could have stopped Zhang Yong. I could have protected the box. What good is it to take revenge if I keep losing those I care for? I could have saved you. I was born into captivity, one of many concubines. When the Brotherhood came for us, I saw freedom. I saw a future. Now it is up to me to offer hope for those who see none. When Zhang Yong and Chu Ju are dead, when I have the box, I will deliver that. Now my journey has come full circle. My past has returned to aid my future. My old friend, once a concubine like me, is now Empress, and she's risking her life to help me. She knows where to find Zhang Yong, but I fear she and the concubines are in grave danger. If the Templars suspect they are helping me, they will kill them in the blink of an eye.
Hey there, Lucinda. Good morning to you. Welcome on in. As you can see, I finished Black Flag, Phase 1 that is, of celebrating its 10th anniversary. I wanted to do a short Assassin's Creed stream afterwards, because I still felt like streaming something Assassin's Creed related. I was going to play the Dead Kings DLC for Assassin's Creed Unity, because that's a short DLC. Well, especially if you're just doing the main stuff, not worrying about optional objectives. But I forgot that I had uninstalled it in order to make room for other Assassin's Creed games. So I didn't want to have big enough of a break, because it probably would have taken an hour or an hour and a half to re-download Assassin's Creed Unity. So I was looking at what I had that I could actually download in a relatively short amount of time, and I re-downloaded this game because it was only about 3 gigabytes. So here we are with this game, an unplanned playthrough of it. So I'm going to keep on going till I finish it. And the way I've been playing it, as Harbinger put it, Xiao Jun goes berserk. Because I haven't worried about optional objectives, I haven't worried about stealth that much or anything like that. Just been ploughing through it. Listen, you slept in until a whole 7 a.m. today. You were a potato on the couch last night after about 7 p.m. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable too, because you had a big stream. Actually, you had 2 big streams of Hades in a row as well. But yeah, that's cool that you're able to sleep in until that. Because it's 6 a.m., isn't it, that you normally always wake up?
No, please. These concubines are in danger. I need to kill the guards protecting them. Give the girls a chance to get out of here.
报上名来。
喂。
Sorry, concubines. No optional objectives in this playthrough. The Cinder, yep, probably going to be another long one today, and yes, 6 AM. Bright and early. There definitely is a lot in that Hades game. Like, I was having a look at like how long it would take to get through the game, and due to the nature of it, of course, as you know, some of that can depend on your skill level, but also like what you're trying, like what your objective is. Like if you're trying to get everything in there, they said it can be like 120 hours or so worth of stuff. Do you keep waking up after 6 hours of sleep lately? The problem is that you feel rested. Really? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, 6 hours sleep is what I get usually as a minimum. And sometimes you feel rested after that, but I find that sometimes it's the opposite.
是谁？是谁？有敌人！站住！有刺客！注意！在这里！ 我们在等你现身。
No.
Listen, you started out investigating as much as possible to see what bonuses you could get to be helpful, but you have a good idea now what you need to do to beat the game, and we'll be narrowing your focus to that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad that you're able to find that, because that'd be the thing about a game like that, is because there's so many sort of things that you can get done, and the amount of time you need to spend, that it could easily get to a point where you're just feeling like it's a never-ending kind of thing. So it's good to figure out where an end point is that you want to get to.
是谁？看你来帮忙，快叫援军！再来帮忙！来这里，这边！
有入侵者！
小心！这边！
我同意，我们不能让任何人通过。 保持警戒，我们得保持戒备才。
No.
Listen, yeah, you don't believe beating the game will be easy, even with what you all know, so it may take a little while. But you think this last upcoming week will be the last week you dedicate streams to it? You'll still probably play it offline, but maybe instead do streams in Discord without an official broadcast. Oh, that's a good idea to do it that way. Yeah, it's one of those things where, because there's also other sort of games I imagine you'd like to also get to and stream, that you want to be able to fit those in as well. Because I remember you saying that because there's some dialogue and stuff which happens randomly, like, you know, revealing a bit more of the story, that it's kind of hard to dedicate offline time to doing it, because you might activate something that you'd rather have as part of the stream sessions that you've been doing, so people following it can know everything that's been said.
Huh?怎么回事啊？在那里，真让人失望啊！此刻。
哎，你来帮忙！
真让人失望啊，刺客。
喂，你抓住他！
这里。来帮忙！这里，在这里。在那里。你死定了！
Lucinda, yeah, exactly. You also know that it's hard to scrub through 8 hours of VODs to find those little moments, so at some point it'll provide diminishing returns. That's the thing, because at any given moment, something could happen that, if it's not there, like it could create a bit of a plot hole for the person following as well. But yeah, trying to scrub through hours worth of stuff to actually get certain things be very time consuming and could also be very annoying.
Your Highness, it is good to see you again. What is wrong?
I'm sorry.
Brawler. Got 4 bronzes and 1 silver. Actually, doing a brawler playthrough with these games would be a bit difficult because you have to get yourself into combat situations, and then once you do, you need to do them perfectly if you want to get gold. I don't know the exact things, but I imagine obviously not taking any damage would go towards getting a gold in that sort of situation. Maybe there's also some other variables you need to take in mind. With Assassin, you at least have to kill 1 enemy. There's certain targets in this game that are actual targets you have to kill, but they don't count towards the assassin gold. You actually have to go out of your way to assassinate a non-target, at least one of them, and then that'll go towards the assassin gold. And then Shadow is you have to get through a section without actually being seen, detected, and without killing anyone, I think, as well. It can kind of be a bit easy. It just depends on what I'm streaming and all that kind of stuff. Like sometimes I have short streams, and if I can't fit it in a long stream, then I'll do that and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it depends on my mood. I might not feel like playing a game until much later my time, so that's when I'll start and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, streaming 7 days a week. I don't know next year if I'll do that. That's something that I'll have to think about when this year ends, before next year starts.
We meet again, Xiao Jun. I recognized you in Na'an. I remembered that you were once a concubine, along with the Empress. She was more than willing to lure you here.
Lies! I had no choice.
She chose to live. Her life meant more to her than yours. Who would blame her?
I forgive you, sister.
Your forgiveness is touching, but useless. There will be no rebirth of the Assassin's Brotherhood. You have no friends left. The last person alive who you thought you could trust betrayed you. That is how we wiped out your kind. So trusting of others, so weak and pathetic. The same qualities your master showed, just before I killed him.
Come closer, and I'll show you how weak and pathetic I am.
Master,
Allow me.
Yeah, it's interesting that dialogue, Iosif. Your forgiveness is touching but useless. And so funny how he's like, that's how we wiped out your order. It's like, yeah, but there's other assassins in the entire world at this point too, so it's not like you only have one assassin in the entire world left to deal with.
你输定了，此刻。
Eat this.
This whole city is going to go up in flames. I need to get out of here.
Wow! 我们要怎么找他？
追杀那个刺客，
把他找出来！我们要怎么找他？
追杀那个刺客。报上名来。
谁快来扑灭这场火？水，我需要水。
That moment when you spam the jump button but the game doesn't fucking recognize the inputs. Yusuf, knowledge without action is wastefulness, and action without knowledge is foolishness. Al-Ghazali. That's actually an interesting quote. Knowledge without action is wastefulness, and action without knowledge is foolishness. Kind of has like a kind of a bit of a, I guess, revolving door thing around it. Because if you have the knowledge but you don't actually use it, you're wasting things. However, the desire to actually do things without the knowledge is actually foolish. And some people might get caught in the trap of, you know, trying to have too much knowledge but not enough action with it. Hey there, Hipsuit. Welcome on in. Sneaks around. Shh. It's like, it's only a model. Shh. Hey, Hypnotic. Yeah, they did a trilogy. This is the first in the trilogy. This is Chronicles China, and then they did India, and then they did Russia. You can actually get them as a pack, and you can actually get them individually, and they are connected to one another, but you don't necessarily, absolutely, under all circumstances, have to play them in order. But it does make a lot of sense if you do. Thanks for the GGs, Iosif.
I am the blade in the shadows. My prey is Zhang Yong. I should walk in the darkness and strike swiftly. No one will stop me in my hunt. All your tigers are dead. Only you remain. I'll take back what you stole from us. My box and my land. Now you plan to let Altan Khan and his Mongolians through the Great War. Madness. You'd let those barbarians invade our home rather than lose your grip on power. They will not breach the wall. They will not reach China. I will stop them, and then I am coming for you.
滚！抓住他！来帮忙！跟我们打，你还差得远呢。
A little distraction could help me
有
here.
敌人！这边，在那里。在这里。
这里，
这里。
我知道大人提早到了。
有入侵！小心！ 是谁？入侵者！
需要支援！
我这里，这注意，这里，这来帮忙！再注意，这里。
你在那里？
来帮忙！再注意，这里。
滚！入侵者！
注意！来帮忙！这里。
哎，你注意！
快向援军！
注意，在这里。来帮忙！这里。
I tell you fucking what. Fine then, game. I'll take 50 hours to do this. I was fucking spamming the dodge button. You fucking cunt-ass shit.
I need to get that gate closed. Keep the Mongolians out.
报上名来。
这边。
是谁？
嘿，真让人希望啊，刺客。
有刺客。
It's in no disrespect to people's beliefs, but any kind of like religion topics, I don't actually have that in my stream. So, regardless of anyone's religion, I'd rather that kind of discussion be kept for other people's streams. As for do I like China in real life, there's nothing I've got against them at all, so, or China as a country, I... There, precious. Assassin's Creed. Gollum.
是入侵者。
That's okay, Iosif. Just as a prelude kind of thing, because I find with, and this is with any topic as well, like you have the people who just want to make like conversation without any intention for, you know, arguments and stuff. But then you have people who do want to create arguments and stuff. And it's trying to find that balance between having rules for the channel where, like, I don't mind if people, you know, mention something, like, let's say they said that they like a certain genre of music, for example. Even if I don't like it myself, like, I don't want people to feel like they can't mention it and talk about it with other people in chat, you know, and that kind of stuff. But there's just certain topics where it's very hard to keep it balanced, because some people have a different idea of how to communicate certain things, and they might do it in a way that they just want to cause issues, even if the person who mentioned the topic in the first place had no such intention. It's kind of like if there's that saying, if you give people an inch, they'll take a yard, meaning some people will take the smallest thing and think that that means they can then do the biggest thing.
我不知道该特别注意哪一边，到底要小心刺客还是蒙古人呢？注意有没有刺客组织。没错，闪远点。有刺客！这边有刺客！我会照你，你也别忘了照我。 警报！随时保持警戒。
Hey there, it's me JT. Welcome on in. What's your opinion of this game? You've been thinking of getting it? So I like games in this style.
I need to use them both.
So if this style is kind of like not something that you have interest in, then it might be a bit off-putting. But if not, this is a really good one in the trilogy to actually try first, because it gives you a taste of what the other two will be like. There's definitely differences between Chronicles India and Russia in terms of like certain gameplay things, but if you play this one first, it'll give you a good overview of what to expect across the trilogy. They're all in the same style, of course. They have like different aesthetics to fit the different part of the world, but also the different time period and stuff like that. There's some really good music in this game, but the platforming can be frustrating sometimes, but it just depends on timing. Sometimes the timing can be a bit tricky to get used to. The combat can be tricky as well, because a lot of the time if you want to actually do a counter attack, for example, it's not really a counter attack in the sense of you counter their move and then follow it up with an attack that strikes them or can kill them. It's more just a defensive move to get them away from you for a bit, so then you can go back at them again with a different approach with your combat. And if you want to actually block attacks, you need to move towards the opponent as they attack you. Otherwise, the block won't actually happen, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're not 100% sure about whether you'll like the whole trilogy, if you didn't want to buy it, because you can buy them individually if you want to. You don't have to buy them as one big pack. So if you're not too sure, it's probably best to just, buy them individually. But then again, it also depends on the price. So I don't know. Sometimes you might get a situation where all three are cheaper to get in one than it is to get them individually. That's no worries at all. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I guess it depends on when the timing is for when it's on sale and stuff like that.
Got it.
And I can like how each of them have their own style, such as China having a calligraphic, India more colourful pastel, and Russia being more of a newspaper poster style. Yeah, that was a really good idea for them to do that. Because you could have just done it all in the same style, as in 100% the same, and still get the feel that you're in a different part of the world. But I think it definitely helps that they've made that difference. Okay, so I get this first because what I like to do is when the music changes to its final form, I like to actually take my time getting to where I need to go to savor the music. So what I'll do is do this wheel first, and then that way having to do this one second means I have to cover more ground to get to where I need to go. Thank you, JT, for redeeming that. You want me to choose one? No worries at all. Okay, so I've got one. Knowledge above all else. Altair was a profound man and a prolific writer. He built this place as a repository for all his wisdom. He saw many things in his life and learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would drive lesser men to despair. Does that worry you? Sophia, you should know by now, I am not a lesser man. So that's from Assassin's Creed Revelations, when Ezio and Sophia are making their way to Masyaf Castle. Ho ho ho, come off it. Yeah, I like that one too. There's a lot of great quotes in Revelations. I really do like it a lot. I think it was a good way to have a completely different setting for Ezio to experience, but also to make it very much a homage to Assassin's Creed 1 with the setting, and it was like a cool decision that they did that. Okay, so here we go. There's going to be a change in the music again. I'll be able to get to the end of this without interruptions and the music changing on me. But I wanted to deal with this wheel second, because it's the furthest one away. I love that stance. There's a lot of great music in this game. That's probably my favorite one. And as that level goes on, you have kind of like a evolution of the music and a progression that I really like. How each time you get through a certain section, it amps it up a bit more until you get that really, really good final piece of music that plays there.
Your actions here have only delayed the inevitable. Slowing these savages will have only angered them. They will see this as a betrayal and launch a full-scale assault.
They will not reach my land. The wall will hold them back.
Your land? You think your successes matter? China is just a piece of the prize. We will rule the world. And the box you so kindly presented us will be yet another tool to achieve a time of peace.
Peace? You think you're a hero now? I don't want your world, your control. Give me the box, and your death will be fast.
Your box is lost, assassin. Already out of China, in the safe hands of my fellow Templars.
Then another assassin will find the box. That will be their destiny. Mine lies here with you. This is the end, Zangyong. There is no to run.
Absolutely, Lucinda. Running, running, running. There's a great song by a band called Woodkid called Run Boy Run. And I think I saw it used in a music video someone did for Assassin's Creed 3. And there's also a cinematic trailer that Woodkid actually did a song for as well. I think it was one of the Ezio games. It must have been Revelations, I think, maybe. Or maybe there was... No, maybe I saw both an official one with one of their songs and then a fan-made one with another one of their songs. That's probably what I'm mixing up. Hipsuit run, Forrest run. You know, something I didn't know about Forrest Gump was that Tom Hanks didn't come up with the way to speak as Forrest Gump. He actually modeled it off the actual actor who plays Forrest when he's a kid. I thought that was kind of cool. Like, it makes sense, obviously, but at the same time, he could have chosen to go a completely different direction with the voice, but didn't. And in a way, it's kind of like honouring the performance of the actor who played the character as a kid as well. Oh, come on. Anakin, the official Revelation cinematic trailer had a Woodkid song. There we go, yeah. But yeah, there was also one for Assassin's Creed 3 that someone had done. And that was the fan-made one. Thanks for redeeming that, Harbinger. I'll grab that, of course, once we get past this part. I love the bit in the music here. Alright, so I've got a scene from a movie. I've put many beautiful piñatas in the storeroom, each of them filled with little surprises. Many piñatas? Oh yes, many. Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? A what? A plethora. Oh yes, you have a plethora. Jefe, what is a plethora? Why, El Guapo? Well, you told me I have a plethora, and I just would like to know if you know what a plethora is. I would not like to think that a person would tell someone he has a plethora and then find out that that person has no idea what it means to have a plethora. Forgive me, El Guapo. I know that I, Jefe, do not have your superior intellect and education, but could it be that once again you are angry at something else and are looking to take it out on me? That's from a comedy, The Three Amigos. Hipsuit, what? Where did Arnold come from? Yeah, Harbinger redeemed a scene reenactment as Schwarzenegger where I pick a random movie and a scene from it and then play all the characters with the Arnie impression.
A little distraction could help me here.
保持警戒，我们得保持警戒，最好快逃吧。
A little distraction could help me here.
我同意，我们不能让任何人通过。
在这里。随
时保持警戒，
Here I come.
而你们也要信守承诺。
This is a great assassination. It's your last meal.
How does it feel, assassin? Is it as you'd hoped?
Do not flatter yourself, Zhang Yong. You had to die for China to have hope again. I started this journey for vengeance, but I've understood now that it's pointless. I have found a better goal to pursue.
And what is that?
The future. A new tomorrow for China and its people. I will undo all that you have done. I will rebuild the Brotherhood and recruit those who wish to make our land a place of freedom. Those ready to die to fight men like you. Your Templar world will not happen. The assassins will rise again.
Alright, so the last time I skipped the credits, we missed out on the after credits sequence. So just to be safe, I'm going to let the credits roll. But there is an after credits sequence after the credits. Hence, after credits sequence. A sequence of events in an order that is sequential, placed after credits that happen before the post-credits scene and sequence. Not hang on. Never mind. I fucked myself up. Hipsuit lies. Actually, that'd be funny. Having like Arnold's Arnold's lines from his movies, but done in an Aussie accent. Let off some fucking steam, Bennett, eh? Hasta la fucking vista, cunt. I did fucking nothing. The pavement was his fucking enemy. Conan, what is best in life? To crush your fucking enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the fucking lamentation of their women. Who sent you? You fucking did. 35 years from fucking now, you programmed me to be a protector here in this fucking time period, eh? Thank you so much for the GGs, Lucinda. I really appreciate it. Here's one from Last Action Hero. You want to be a fucking farmer? Here's a couple of fucking acres. Stay here. I'll be back, eh? No. Hipsuit just perfect. Then you could do like Shakespeare with an Australian accent. To be or fucking not to be. Not to fucking be. Actually, that's not it. That's actually from Last Action Hero. When the main character has a dream about Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Hamlet. And he's like, to be or not to be. And then he goes, not to be. And then there's an explosion behind him. And then in this same sequence, the king or whoever it is like, "Thank you for saving me," or "Stay thy hand, fair prince." Yeah, I think the king or whoever says, "Stay thy hand, fair prince," and then in this dream sequence, Arnie is hammered as like, "Who said I'm fair?" and then pulls out some Uzis and starts shooting everyone. There's actually a line from Conan the Barbarian that I always find funny. It's when Conan meets the wizard. I can't remember the character's name, but he was played by a Japanese actor named Mako, or Marco. I'm not sure how they pronounced it. And Conan is like, "Can you summon demons, wizard?" I just love how Arnie says "wizard" in that. It's just so funny. It's like he was drunk or something when they did that scene, and when he said that line, it was after he had drunk a bit.
Mentor, the Emperor is dead.
The elixir of life?
Yes. It killed him, as you had planned.
His son will follow in his footsteps. The wall will protect the people now, and so shall we.
Mentor, last time we talked, you were telling me about Master Auditore's precursor box.
Ah, Ezio's great gift to me. Yes, I never discovered what the box could do. Yet the artifact, and my obsession with it, taught me a great lesson. Perhaps the greatest of lessons.
What was that, Mentor?
She who seeks revenge should remember to dig 2 graves.
And there we go. So that after credit sequence confirms that Xiao Jun eventually becomes the mentor of the entire Brotherhood of Assassins in China. And after this game came out, the only Xiao Jun media we ever get is non-canon stories in comic books and books. The closest we get to having Xiao Jun in a AAA 3D Assassin's Creed game is Syndicate, because you can actually get her outfit for Evie to wear. But apart from that, there's not really much in terms of the games related to Xiao Jun and that kind of stuff, which is unfortunate because I think she's a character that gets overlooked a lot. And I think it would have been good to have a fully fledged game with her as a character set before that cutscene that we just saw, and have some more kind of like connections to certain things, and maybe discover some connections with the Mongols and what happened with Altair and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that is a unplanned playthrough of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China that I wanted to do. I wanted to do something that I could finish in one stream, and here we are, 5 minutes away from being a 3-hour stream. But the next stream you'll see from me will be Red Dead Redemption 1. Unfortunately, because it's on Xbox, it means that I won't be able to use my microphone, because when I have my headset and my microphone plugged in, which is what the headset needs for me to be able to actually talk with the microphone, and the microphone needs to be connected and plugged into the headset, it causes a stuttering audio across every Xbox generation game that I play. So for the entire playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 1, I'm not playing with the microphone attached. I have to actually put my headphones in something else, because even the act of having the headset plugged in, even without the microphone attached, it still causes the audio to stutter. So for that game, I have to go without a microphone. So if you see me streaming Red Dead Redemption 1, you know it's become Monday. I'm looking to finish that game tomorrow, so chances are the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday game will become something else after Monday's done. But I'll update the schedule, of course, to reflect that. The next Assassin's Creed game that I'll be streaming will be on Saturday. I'll be starting what I'm calling a unique playthrough for Black Flag. starting again from scratch with a different approach. So that's when the next Assassin's Creed stream will be, next Saturday. That's no worries at all, Lucinda. Thanks for being here. Thank you everyone for watching. We're actually going to go and raid Crocodiles, who's playing some Watch Dogs 2. He's doing a series of games in the Assassin's Creed series and Watch Dogs that are done by Ubisoft Montreal, and he's doing them in order of release. So Assassin's Creed wise, Assassin's Creed Unity was the last Ubisoft Montreal game he did. Watch Dogs 2 came out after Unity, so he's playing that, and that was also done by Ubisoft Montreal. And then after Watch Dogs 2, he'll be doing Assassin's Creed Origins, which is another Montreal game as well. So we're going to go and see how he's doing. First, I just want to give some shout-outs. So Stream Elements is still having problems with shout-outs, but what I might do, now that I think about it, is just do a test, and I'll part the bot of Stream Elements from the channel, and then join it back again, and see if that actually fixes something. Sometimes, like it did before, when there was all these issues with Stream Elements, they suggested to do that, and I did, and it fixed certain things, but it also added other issues as well. Ah, good. Now it's actually saying what game the person was streaming. Nice. It just takes a while for it to actually go in. There we go. So I'd like to highly recommend people check out Lucinda, Mr. Gote, and Shin the Ninja Penguin. So Lucinda is doing a playthrough of Hades, but also Assassin's Creed 2. Mondays and Tuesdays is when she does the Assassin's Creed streams, playing through Assassin's Creed for the very first time. One of the other games that will be upcoming at some point on her channel is A Plague Tale Requiem. Lucinda is also a fan of the Dishonored series, and also the Resident Evil series, a massive fan of that. So highly recommend. Mr. Gote has been doing some Hunt Showdown. He's another great streamer, has a really cool vibe on his channel as well. He's also playing games in the Ghost Recon franchise, but he's also a fan of horror stuff as well, like Dead Space, Resident Evil, as well as games by Supermassive, like Until Dawn, the Dark Pictures games, and The Quarry. And highly recommend checking out Shin as well. So Shin is playing, well, it doesn't actually say. I'll just see what he was streaming. I'll just access his channel. No videos found. Okay. Stream Elements as well. What are you doing? That's no worries at all, Anakin. Hipsuit, although the URL does not have a direct link to the streamer. Yeah, that's another issue too that's happening with Stream Elements for some reason. I don't know. I think I'm just going to come up with my own command that actually does that instead. And Lucinda, that's absolutely no worries at all for the shout out either. So feel free to put any of those in or a variation of your own. Thank you so much everyone for watching. The next stream you'll see from me will be Red Dead Redemption 1 to continue my annual playthrough of that. And the next Assassin's Creed stream will be Black Flag again on Saturday.